everyone, I'm Emmylou, and in today's video, we are going to be delving into all of the gameplay that comes with the Sims 4 Horse Ranch expansion pack. We are going to be looking at the Nectar Making, mini sheeps and goats, what there is to do around Chestnut Ridge, and most importantly, all of the gameplay that is coming with horses. This video is very much just going to be an overview of the gameplay. I'm not going to be delving too deep into it because I obviously don't want to spoil everything for people that do want to play. This is more so just so you can kind of see what is in the pack to see if it's right for you. I am going to be delving way deeper into the gameplay and all of those kinds of things on my Twitch channel. I have a couple of Let's Plays that I have in mind that I want to play over there. So if you want to see more gameplay with this pack, definitely check out the Twitch channel. It'll be linked down below in the description. Before we jump in, a huge thank you to the EA Creator Network for giving me early access to this pack. Now, let's jump right in. So this is my little family that I have been playing with during my early access time with this pack. We have our two Sims over here. We have Barbara Oaks, and then her husband, Mateo Oak. Mateo I've made to be very much like the rancher. He does all of the nectar making. He looks after the mini sheeps and goats. He has a little farm back here. Whereas Barbara is our horse rider. She is getting all of our horses' skills up, making them the most trained that they can be. And I'm trying to enter all of the competitions to see like what all of that gameplay is like. But most importantly, these are our horses. This is Pepper. Pepper is Barbara's horse, as you can see by the purple tail. And then this is Mateo's horse. This is Spirit. I really wanted to make Spirit from the movie. If you know, you know. If you don't, go watch that movie. It is the best movie ever. But yes, Pepper is very much our racehorse. She's the one that's going into all of the competitions and is getting all of the training and things like that. And then, of course, we have our little mini sheeps and goats. This is one of our little mini sheeps. This is Cloud. And this is another little mini sheep. This is Snow. And then these are our little mini goats. This is Goatzilla. And this is Salmonberry. I think all of these names were like auto-generated for them except for Snow. I think I named Snow. But Cloud was auto-generated. But I guess we'll just jump into like the horse gameplay because I assume that's what we're all most excited about. I'm not going to be diving into the creator sim of the horses in this video because I've already done that in my creator sim video for this pack. I went through all of the horse creator sim as well as all of the sims, like new clothes and hair and everything that are coming in this pack. So if you want to watch that video, I'll link it somewhere up here or in the description below. But yes, I already have a whole video about all the casts with horses. So there are a bunch of cute new like interactions that you can have with horses. You can tell them jokes, whisper to them. There are a lot of interesting like chat options. You can chat about existentialism. A very heavy topic, I feel like, for a horse. You can also hug it, rub its neck, you know, do lots of nice little friendly things. And then in the horse care, you can brush its coat and clean its hooves, which I think is really cool. You can hand feed, you can call them over to drink, you can change their outfits, plan their outfits. In the go for a ride section, there are different like levels of rides that you can go for. I think when you are level 1, you can only ever go for a relaxed ride, but the higher your sim gets in the like horse riding skill, the more that they will unlock all of these options. My sim Barbara, I think she's level 7 in the horse riding skill, so she's pretty good. The horses work very much the same as cats and dogs. They are not playable characters. They are in your like household menu here, but you cannot play as them, which I know some people probably will have a problem with, but I don't mind that. Honestly, having to control more than like 2 or 3 sims is very overwhelming for me, so I like that the horses kind of just like do their own thing. But sims only get one skill from horses, which is like the horse riding skill, whereas horses have a whole bunch of skills. So if you go into the friendly option and then horse skills, you can see that these are all of the horse skills here. So we have agility, temperament, jumping, and endurance. The jumping skill you gain by practicing your horse on the horse jump object. Endurance is just like you know, riding your horse. You'll gain that skill the more you ride your horse. The agility skill is gained by practicing with the barrels. So the temperament skill is kind of gained as you become better friends with your horse. So doing things like feeding it out of your hands and, you know, giving it kind words before you mount the horse, making sure that you just have like a good relationship with your horse will constantly be making the temperament skill go up. And then with all of these, there are all these like really cool options that you can do, like temperament. You can discuss secret lives of animals, talk about social life. You can ask about agility training. You can ask about jumping. Endurance, we can compliment physique. But yeah, the more that your horse learns these skills, the more like social interactions you'll unlock, and you'll be able to train harder at the different objects as well. So let's get our sim to mount Pepper. There is also with horses, because they are not playable characters, you can't see their like needs menu. So they have this little like UI pop up, which I think is really handy. Oh, but look, there she is. There she goes. This is also Pepper's riding outfit. She's got like the all purple to match the tail. And of course she has a little hat. But yes, my sim Barbara, she's quite confident. She's quite a confident rider. So she will get on Pepper like no problem. Whereas a lower skilled rider like Mateo, he will sometimes get bucked off horses because his skill is not as high. But yeah, the more your sims learn, the better that they will get with horses. But I just want to show off some of the training that you can do with your horse. So with the barrels here, you can practice barrels. This is the first option that you get. But the more that you train with your horse, the more that you will unlock different options. So I have unlocked recently this intensely train, which will just make like the skills go up quicker. But yeah, as it says here, make the skills go up quicker, but your horse will get way more tired way quicker. So I tend to not do that unless my horse is in a really good mood. And then there's also this option here, which is race barrels, which I need level 5 for. But that is just like sprinting around the horse barrels, and then they will just like trot around the barrels. This is them training. And then you can see at the top of the skill like levels here, my sim is learning the horse riding skill, whereas Pepper is learning the agility skill. So you can tell like what they're learning when it's happening. I love that interaction when they knock the barrel. It's so cool. Are they going to do it again? Nah, they're too good. So there is also the jumping skill as well, which you can practice basic jumps over here. And then the more that you train, you can intensely train as well. And then this option here, I've only just unlocked the add advanced jumping rail. So it's got different levels to it. So this is the basic one, whereas if you get a little bit better, you can add another rail in. I'm scared. Maybe I should do that. All right, here she goes. Here comes my sim. Oh, I just love them just like riding around the world. It's so fun. Yay. Oh, they're just too good. They're just too good. But your sims will just go, oh no. Got too scared. So that happens sometimes too. Sometimes your horse won't do the jump because they get a little too scared. But they will just go back and forth over this thing. And train and get big and strong. I love the little kicks that they do to start up, to rev themselves up as well. Here we go. One final jump. Yay! This is another little new thing coming in this pack as well, which is really cool. But there are these objects that you can get in your own like build by catalog, but they are randomly spread around the world. But this is prairie grass. So this is pretty cool because this world is quite like open and you're going to be like horse riding all of the time. You want access to food for your horses. So they've added these around the world. So you can call your sim over here to get your sim to harvest the grass, which is really cool. Or you can guide your horse over here to eat it as well. But I will show you what both look like. Let's guide Pepper over here to eat some prairie grass. Here she comes. But then yeah, they will just sit in here and eat the grass, which is pretty cute. And then my sim can also harvest the prairie grass as well, which comes with like a whole new animation. This is very dangerous doing this like right next to the horse. And then once your sim has harvested some prairie grass, it will pop up in their inventory, and they can feed this to their horses when they're like out riding and stuff like that. So I've come up to this neighborhood here to show you guys the horse riding. So because my sim is a little bit of a higher skill, we have access to all of the different types of like rides that you can do. The first one is a relaxed ride, which is just this. Your sim will just like literally just like walk around chilling on your horse like this. If your sim is a little bit of a lower level, this is the only type of ride that you can do, and your sim will kind of like wobble and shake and not feel very like comfortable on the horse. I will show you guys the other types of running. So we can do an energetic ride, which is just a little bit of like a canter, you know, a little bit of a jog. And obviously the more that you make your horse run, the more tired it will get as well. And then our final one is intense ride, which is just a full-on gallop, which is this. Look at them go. I love the horse like riding sounds as well. It's very immersive. But man, doesn't it just look so cool? Them just riding off into the sunset. I love it. It's so fun. All right, bye Sims. Bye. And then if we zoom out, you know, we get to watch our Sims like ride through all of these twisty, windy roads. Oh, something else I wanted to talk about. I just saw as we were riding past. So this like community board offers a lot of gameplay in this new pack. There are a couple of these spread around the world. I think there's at least one in each neighborhood, if not like a couple. But here you can call the Ranch Animal Exchange and you can buy mini sheeps and goats through this community board. You can also buy them at the general store in town. There's also like just some like helpful tips. You can get some info on the Equestrian Center, mini animal care, that kind of thing. You can enter a competition directly from this board. You can do horse training, learn about residents, plan a ranch event, which is cool. Let's get my sim over here to see what this plan a ranch event is. Ooh, okay. Plan a ranch event. Folks love to get together for any sort of shindig. Pull up a barrel and host a ranch gathering. The best ones have ranch music, cowpoke dancing, nectar, grilling, and all the neighborly socializing a sim could ask for. If animals are more your speed, put together a ranch animal day. The community will always be more than happy to play and care for adorable, fluffy animals. Who wouldn't be? Okay, cool. So it kind of seems like you can just get people to like just hang out at your house. So if we, in our calendar, if we add an event, so, okay, so it's just in the normal event menu if you want to do it that way, or you can do it from the board. So yeah, this just looks like a new kind of party. And then there's also this one, which is the Ranch Animal Day. So I guess people just come out and like hang out with all of your horses and your mini sheeps and goats. That's cool. I quite like those events. I like that we've got new fun events to do. One of the other cool things that you can do at these community boards is the community jobs, which this works kind of similar to the cottage living like event, like quest things. If you asked different townies in the cottage living world, they would sometimes give you tasks and then they would either give you money as a reward or they would give you like specific items as a reward. So this is like very much kind of the same thing. We can train neighbor's horse, guided noon trail ride, give horse riding lessons for adults, teach barrel racing. This seems cool. I like this. Oh, and then what are these ones down here? Sheep for kids party. Okay, I have not delved into these all that much, but this seems really, really, really cool. I'm definitely gonna have to give these a go on stream, I think. In the main town is where you will find the Equestrian Center. It works very similar to the Equestrian Center that we had in The Sims 3. It's basically a rabbit hole and you can do just anything horse related here. You can purchase a horse. You can also rescue a horse, which I think is really cute. You can spectate competitions. You can sell your horse. You can do horse training. But this is where you come to enter horse competitions. This is what the menu looks like for the horse competitions. So basically there are a lot of different styles of competitions. The first one is barrel racing. If you've never done a competition before, you will automatically have to go in all of the beginner ones. But once you complete a beginner competition, the rest of them will start to unlock. But obviously the higher the level, the more money you get for coming first, second and third. My sim has gone in the beginner competition for barrel racing and won first, which is cute. We can see the little gold prize there. And this menu down here will like show you whether or not your sims like have a good chance of kind of winning the competition. So it shows you what skills you do have and then what skills are recommended for the competition. So as you can see, my sim is level 7 in the horse riding. 5 is recommended, which is good. My horse has enough endurance, but not enough agility to go into this intermediate competition. So probably need to train up a little bit more before I enter that one. But the other kinds of competition is that there is endurance, which is just the endurance skill for horses. Show jumping, which is the jumping skill. And then there's also this Western pleasure, which I was kind of confused about this one too, but apparently this is just like to show off your horse. So this competition has a lot to do with like the temperament of your horse. So being good friends with your horse and building that relationship is very, very critical to the Western pleasure competition. And then we have this final competition, which is the Ultimate Horse Championship, which is just like everything in one. This one is a little like harder to get into. You can't just do this one straight away. You need to, in order to enter this ultimate horse competition, you need to win the master level in the rest of these sorts of competitions. So you have to win master in the Western, the show jumping, endurance, and the barrel racing in order to compete in this. So definitely something to strive for. And it does take like a lot of work and a lot of training to get your horse's skills up. So it's definitely like a grind, but I kind of like that. You know, horses are not easy to teach. Like they are like a many years of training kind of thing. So I like that it's like a little bit more of a grind. You really do have to build your relationship with your horse, and you really have to, you know, make your whole life about your horse basically if you want to run in these competitions. But I like that. I like that it's hard, or not hard per se. I like that it's a little bit more of a challenge, because I would hate it if my sims just won every competition like easy as. It would kind of take like the fun out of it. I like that you have to be like, all right, I'm gonna win this competition and I got to get these skills up in order to get better, the kind of thing. I like that. But that is basically a quick little overview of all of the like horse gameplay, basically to do with all of their skills as well. There's a bunch of other things that I haven't delved into, like you can breed horses as well and have baby foals and look after them as well, which is really cool. But I do want to move on to a little bit more of the ranch kind of like gameplay stuff. So the main like ranch selling point is being able to look after all of these mini sheep and goats. So as you saw before, you can buy the mini sheeps and goats from like the community board. You can also buy them from the shop in town. So these are some of the interactions that you can do with the mini sheep and goats. So for the goats, you can milk for simoleons. So this kind of surprised me. I thought it was going to very much work the exact same way as what it works in cottage living. So you can shear the llamas and then the wool will go in your inventory, and then you can milk the cows and the milk will go in your Sims inventory, and then like with the chickens, you can collect their eggs, they go in the inventory. But for the goats and the sheep, if you milk them and if you shear them, the milk and the wool does not go in your Sims inventory. It just automatically sells, which I thought was a little interesting, seeing as we already kind of had the mechanic to like gather milk and wool. But I wonder maybe they didn't want to put that in this pack because it was in cottage living, so they didn't want to like just strip that straight away. But I'm not sure. But either way, it just sells straight away. You can't actually do anything with the milk or the wool, which I was a little sad about. I would have liked to have been able to collect them and then like sell my own goat milk and like use the goat milk in my like cooking and things like that. The goats and the sheeps also have this little pop-up menu so you can see their hunger, attention, and all that kind of thing. You can bottle feed them, which is really, really cute. I'll show that off now.
Chumchi? Huh?
But they get so excited and they have like the little drool coming out of their mouths and their little tails are wagging. They're so happy. And then you can also clean them, give them a little brush. But this is basically what it entails to like be a rancher, is that you have to, you know, milk them or shear them and make sure they're clean and make sure they're fed. You can also play with them and you unlock more interactions as you become better friends with them. Oh my god, let's give them a hug. We have to show this off. Oh, look at the little floppy legs. And then the sheepies are very much the same except for the shearing, not the milking. Oh my gosh. Goatzilla just got scared. Oh no. You can scare the goats and they do like the upside down goat thing, which I will show off. It's a bit mean, but I will show it. But this is the little shearing. They look so happy. I want to give them a hug too. Hold on. Socialize. Hug cloud. Oh, so cute. They're just adorable. They are just so cute. Okay, let's scare Salmonberry. Where are we? More choices. Scare. Oh. Oh. Did that goat just hiss at us? But yeah, that's pretty much everything with the sheeps and goats. There isn't much gameplay with them. They do just like wander around your lot. If you have a horse stable, I have noticed that they tend to stick around like the hay of the horse stable. And they will also sleep in these little stables as well, which is very cute. But I reckon we should probably move on to the nectar making, because this is very cool. So as you can see, I've got like a little bit of a garden for my Sims going on at the moment. I've got some carrots growing so that I can give carrots to my horses, and I've got apples growing so I can give apples to my horses. But I'm also using the apples as well as all of these grapes here to make nectar in our little nectar maker. So this is the item here. You can purchase ingredients to go in it if you aren't growing anything, but you can craft nectar. There's a heap of different nectars that you can craft. We can only do apple and grape because that's just what we have in our inventory. But we can make strawberry, potato, prairie grass nectar, which is interesting. I didn't realize that was a thing. Trash nectar. We can make nectar from trash fruit. Energy nectar. So these ones look like they give you like moods. But the most exciting one that we can make is there's actually this vitality nectar, which you need the death flower in order to make this. And if you don't know what the death flower is, it's basically a plant that you can grow, and if you have it in your Sim's inventory and someone in your household dies, your Sim can actually offer the death flower to the Grim Reaper and they will spare whoever is dying. So I think that if you make this vitality nectar with the death flower, I think if a ghost drinks it, I think they come back to life. I'm pretty sure that that's how that works. It's basically a come back to life nectar, which is very cool. But let's get my Sim making some nectar. Let's make some good old grape nectar. This does gross me out a little bit because all they do is just take their shoes off and stamp around in there. I can't even imagine how stinky and sweaty his feet are from just being out on that ranch, but it's okay. We're going to ignore it. It's just the Sims. And that happens. If your Sims are not high enough level, they will slip and get all their dirty clothes in the nectar. But it takes a little bit to make like one batch of nectar. I would say it takes like the same amount of time as what it makes, like as what it takes to make a candle or make a painting. You know, it's a while, but not too long. And then your sim comes over here and puts all the liquid in the bottle, and then picks up the bottle and puts it in their inventory, which this is what we just made here, which is very poor quality, which is not good. I also just noticed Mateo has this like negative emotion. Bad ranch product. Oh no. What dismal quality. As a rancher who takes pride in his work, Mateo can't believe he had anything to do with this. Oh no. Okay, maybe we will just sell that one. And what you can do here with the nectar, as you can see when you like hover over the top of it, you can see the quality of it, who made it, and it says 4 left. I think that means you can serve 4 glasses per bottle. And the option above that says not aged yet, which is where this cabinet comes into play. So these are a new item that you can get with the Horse Ranch pack. And it kind of works like a chest, bookcase, like a fridge, that kind of thing. You can drag your nectar over into the cabinet and it ages it, which is very cool. And every time you add a bottle, it actually adds the bottle into the cabinet. So as you can see, I already had 3 bottles here and I just added 2 and it put those 2 in, which is very cool. It's a small detail, but I like that you can see that it like fills up with all the nectar that your Sims have made. And then I don't have any nectar that has been aged. I don't know how long nectar does take to age as well. I think it is quite a while. I've had these last couple of bottles down here in this cabinet for at least like 4 or 5 sim days, and they still have not aged. So I'm assuming it takes quite a while. Oh yes, okay, so I just opened it and I can see that this one here is lightly aged. So I assume that you can get them out at different stages. Oh yes, these ones are also, so these are lightly aged grape nectars. And yeah, wow, look how much they sell for as well. That's very cool. But yeah, that's a little bit of a overview of the gameplay coming in the Horse Ranch expansion pack. There is heaps more stuff to go into, but I just wanted to give like a little bit of an overview. I didn't want to spoil too much as well, because I hate watching Sims videos that just show like absolutely everything that is coming in a pack. And then you go to play it yourself and you feel like, you know, you've already discovered everything because you watched a video about it. So I didn't want to spoil too much, but I wanted to show enough to kind of get like the sense of the pack. If you want to see more like in-depth gameplay with this horse pack, definitely be sure to check out my Twitch channel. I have a couple of Let's Plays that I have planned that are going to delve like deeper into all of the gameplay with this pack. Because of this early access, I only have access to the base game and the horse pack. So I'm really curious to see how this pack plays with all of my other expansion packs. Specifically, I want to see how it works with cats and dogs. I'm really excited to see the interactions with horses and cats and dogs. I think that'll be really cool. I also want to see how nicely this pack kind of melds with cottage living, because I know I'm really excited, and I'm sure a lot of people are really excited to be able to build just like a full-on farm now, because with the mixture of crops from cottage living as well as chickens, llamas and cows, and then the sheep and goats in this, I think that you will just be able to create the perfect farm, which is what I'm hoping to do. But thank you all very much for watching this video. I have a bunch of other horse ranch related content on my channel if you want to go check that out. I have a video all about the creator sim with this pack, as well as all of the build buy objects. I also have a video going through the whole new world and all of the new lots and the families and everything like that. So if you want to see any of that, check out all the videos. But yeah, I am just so excited for this to come out and for everyone to start playing with it, because this pack, I think it's just going to blow everyone's expectations out of the water, especially if you are a horse girly. I am not even that big of a horse girly, and I'm super into this pack. So I'm really excited for everyone to get their hands on it. But thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.